He is Zimbabwean-born businessman and philanthropist. He is the founder and executive chairman of international technology groups Econet Global and Cassava Technologies, one of the greatest influences in the world. His name is Strive Masiyiwa, and here is my take on his top 10 rules for success. Rule number 4 is my personal favorite, but I would stick around for some special bonus tips. And as Strive Masiyiwa is talking and you identify or resonate with something he says, please write it in the comment box below so that others may be inspired by it as well. Enjoy!
You got to get into your cause now. What is it you're interested in? Is it the environment? Is it climate change? There is something that should capture your interest every day. And for me, I can't wait at the end of my day to escape into discussing the issues of philanthropy. That's why I'm here. We are here to discuss smallholder farmers in Africa. So you make it an integral part of what you are doing. As an entrepreneur, my philosophy is always about reaching out to meet the needs of people. What do people need, and how can we respond to those needs? Seeing everything from that innovation perspective. How did this guy who started cornflakes look one day at a corn cob in front of him and say, "Mom, I don't want to eat it in this form anymore.
Crush it.
I'm going to crush it. I'm going to put sugar. I'm going to bake it." No, entrepreneurs think about innovation. What can I innovate out of this? You know, I wrote about Washington Carver. I said he picked up a peanut. He said, "God, why did you make this? Why did you create a peanut?" He said, "Take a piece of paper, write 100 uses of the common peanut." What are we doing with the common peanut? It can't just be sold by a child at a bus stop. That was for another generation. We have to innovate. We are the generation of innovators.
How important, looking back, how important was that 5-year litigation process to get the telephone license?
It was extremely important because one of the core things that came out of that identity was everybody knew that I was fighting a battle against corruption. I could have solved that problem in one day. Okay, by just agreeing to say, okay, I can accommodate this one, I can accommodate that one, it would have been over. And the people knew that. But I stuck it out. I went through the courts and fought the battle. So it says to people, A, you can stand up for what is right. You can say no to corruption. Africa needed to hear that message very loud, that it is possible to be in business, to do it with a zero tolerance to corruption, and you can be successful. So if you employ 77,000 people, let everyone know that you're against corruption. If you employ 2 people, let them know that you're against corruption. And remarkably, we will get rid of it. First of all, I want you to be passionate about entrepreneurship. I want you to be passionate about entrepreneurship. Kick the habit of being a consumer. And we are all consumers, okay? But the best thing we can do to this continent is kick the habit of seeing from the lens of a consumer. See, I will sit there and I will look at a bottle of Coca-Cola And I will marvel, how did a guy, at a time when hygiene was pretty bad, persuade people to buy something to drink that was black? You know, one of the most important things as an entrepreneur is to manage your time. That's where the trick actually is. It's in the management of your time. Okay? When you own and take control of your time, everything becomes possible. So it's about having competent people around you, working inside processes that are creating room for me. And then at the end of the day, I need to be focused only on those things which require me. And strangely enough, there are very few. So I got time. Your network must be a network of people who help you to do what you cannot do. The people in your company must be people to help you do what you cannot do. Have we got that? My network help me do what I cannot do. My people help me do what I cannot do.
You've got to build your own networks of entrepreneurs. You've got to be talking to each other. You've got to know what others are going through. You see, these associations you see, Tanzania Chamber of Commerce or, Zimbabwe Trade, you know what? They were started by entrepreneurs just like you when they were young. They didn't come out of Noah's Ark, so make your own, okay? Build your own networks where you strengthen each other, where you reinforce each other, where you're exchanging ideas with peer groups. When I wanted to quit, somebody once asked me that question. When we were fighting the big legal battles in Zimbabwe, someone asked me the question, did you ever think of quitting? I said, yes. They said, what happened? I said, my wife said she wanted to quit. So what happened? I said, she changed her mind. So I carried on. So it's important to have friends and partners around you that believe in what you're doing. Reach out for those people because it's going to be lonely, it's going to be tough. I make a joke of the fact that my wife was the one, but you've got to have real friends and partners out there. Okay.
What does a regret change? Nothing. I focus on the lessons that I have learned. Okay? So if something goes wrong, I say, learning moment, I just got a diploma. Okay, just got a diploma. Okay, what shall I write on the certificate? Focus on your own race. Okay? One of the fallacies, and I think we discussed it right at the beginning of our game together, I'd say, what business should you be in? Where's the money? Telecommunications, mining, supermarkets, healthcare. Where's the money? Which business should we be in? They're all the same. They all have money. The only business, you see, because if we all said because Bill Gates went into Microsoft, into software, we must all now be in software. Well, a lot of guys lost their money that way. Okay, it's about where you are gifted and skilled at. So, my mantras is to say the entrepreneur must train like a soldier. We fight in the conditions, not the conditions. because we really can't wake up in the morning and say, today it's raining, I'm not fighting. Because you have to train yourself like a super athlete. This entrepreneurship is not for sissies. Okay? If you're one for, this is not for you. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll give you a job, okay? One word you always hear at any time you discuss entrepreneurship is the word risk. It's one of the risks you take, but you have to take it. You see, it's like when the wildebeest have to cross. There are crocodiles in there. They have to cross. Somebody's got to cross. You will not be an entrepreneur until you're ready to move out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of that comfort zone. That's all it is. Sometimes it's just as simple as quitting your job. First of all, we've got to get past the idea. Okay? And the crazier it looks sometimes, the more entrepreneurial it is. That trust is so fundamental as a currency. It is a bigger currency than money. Who trusts you? People, trust is so critical. Okay, don't be transactional in your relationships with people. Only going to people when you need them. Go to people when you do not need them. Build the relationship when you do not need them.
How much would you say is your company or your companies are influenced by your personality, by your identity as an entrepreneur, as a leader?
As an African.
Well, you know, because I am the founder and I am still around, my identity plays a lot in the company. But you always want to limit that because you want an institutional identity. The leader must set the tone on things like values. I believe that as a business leader, I must take up as much time as I can to show the young people the way.